and greatest movie reviews and interviews. This is your entertainment ticket. YEticket.com. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Al McGee with YEticket.com. I'm here with Morgan Bullock, and then she's performing in Riverdance. You know, that's that traditional Irish dance. And now she's starring in it, and she's performing in it, and she's touring with Riverdance. How you doing, Morgan?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Well, I was reading a little bit about yourself. You started dancing when you were 3 years of age, and
Mhm.
you discovered Irish dancing at the age of 10. What fascinated you about Irish dancing?
Yes, so like you said, I had been a dancer since I was 3 years old, so I didn't really put myself into dance. It was kind of something that, I was always doing around the house, and my parents took note of that and put me into dance class. I started off with ballet and other forms of dance, but what was so different about Irish dancing the first time I saw it, was how intricate the footwork was and how like the contrast between the footwork and the upper body being pretty much, motionless or like, pretty rigid upper body. I just thought it was so interesting and it was like nothing I'd ever seen before. I could see elements of it that were similar to tap dancing and other elements that were more similar to ballet. And I just knew that I wanted to try it just because it was so different from anything that I had tried previously.
Oh, wow, that's great. And and that's what I see too. I've seen I've been to a couple of the performances of Riverdance, and that's what I saw because I am let's say a student of dance because I love dance. I mean, I didn't dance professionally, but I love the movement of the body, and I watch many dancers, many companies perform, and Riverdance is one of those companies that I really enjoyed. Also, now, how do you prepare to, be in the ensemble? How do you prepare to be in this touring company of Riverdance?
So as far as like if like sorry, do you mean like just this like coming up to like wanting to be in Riverdance as an Irish dancer or like now like going on tour after I've
Now
already been a
going
part?
on tour and things like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, so to prepare to go on tour, I'm spending a lot of time in the gym working on cardio and, you know, building my leg muscles back up after a little bit of a break, and just dancing. I think the best thing for our fitness as dancers who tour is just to dance. We can do a lot of cross training, but there's nothing that really compares to Irish dancing and dancing the show itself. So there's a lot of training that goes into it, and at the moment, I'm really packing a lot and having to sort through all my stuff, figuring out what I need to take on tour. Um, and yeah, and I guess just mentally, just making sure I'm, ready to go away and do this again for 6 months. It's such a fun time. It is a lot of work, so you do have to prepare physically and mentally for something like a 6 month tour.
Wow, that's exciting. Now, when people see you on stage in Riverdance, are they amazed that, wow, here's an African American young lady dancing Irish movements and Irish dancing? Do they react to you in a different way, or they just really love what you do?
Um, I think it's hard to tell whether their reaction is different most of the time, but I do get messages or people will talk to me after the show, and will say that either they had seen me on social media and they came to see the show because I was in it, because, a lot of other Black people will come up to me and be like, this is not anything that I would have ever seen before, but I came across your social media and saw that you were in my city. And I've gotten that a lot, which is amazing. I do think obviously there is a difference with like the fact that I am a Black Irish dancer. People do notice that, and I think that that's a great thing to take note of because it's different. I'm one of the first, and I think the reactions definitely overall have been very positive. People have been, happy to see somebody who looks like them or someone who looks different up on stage doing something, alongside other people who, might have been like people just don't expect to see it. So I think that it's a positive surprise for people to, see a little bit more diversity up on the stage. And there has been a lot of diversity in Riverdance in the past, but to be one of the first Black dancers in Riverdance, it's definitely something that's different, and I think it's something to be celebrated. And I'm glad that audiences around the world are celebrating that with me.
Oh, wow. That's really great to hear from you. And, Riverdance is coming to the Broward Center January 13th to the 15th. Have you ever performed at the Broward Center here in South Florida?
I have not. We, because of COVID, unfortunately, are in our last US tour, we didn't make it over. So I'm really excited. I've never performed there, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I love Florida. So, yeah, I'm very excited.
Wow, that's really great. Now, getting back to some of your background. Now, how did your family encourage you to keep on dancing? Did you come from a performing arts family, or are you the only one right now that's performing in your family?
I'm definitely the only one in my family at the moment who's performing. I wouldn't say I come from a family of people who are part of the performing arts, but I come from a family of people who love and appreciate the performing arts. I always grew up going to the theater with my dad, going to see plays and different shows. And um, I think just because I was a kid who was always like, look at me, like, look at me dance and do this and dancing in front of the TV. My parents definitely knew that I wanted to be on stage. My dad more so, I think, wanted me to act on stage, and my mom wanted me to be a ballerina, which I'm really neither of those things now, but they're very proud and they're very supportive. And anytime I wanted to do something growing up, I was fortunate enough to have parents who were willing to let me try it. And I think that at first Irish dancing was something that they thought was like any other thing I tried, and I would just do it for a little bit and then get bored of it. But I think they soon came to realize after some years that Irish dancing was something that was going to stick. So they've been very supportive from the beginning, and I'm very lucky to have parents like them.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's really, really wonderful. And I saw you also on a couple of your media uh, performances, but you do have a lot of ballet moves in the videos that I saw you in. Do you enjoy ballet?
I do. I don't like take classes anymore, but I do still love and appreciate ballet, and I'm grateful for that background that I have because it does help with Irish dancing. And ballet is something that is very focused on technique, and a lot of the technique in ballet is similar to what it is in Irish dancing. So there is a little bit of um, I guess you could call it cross training, for there are a lot of dancers who do ballet or trained in ballet and are amazing Irish dancers, and that definitely is beneficial. So I do love ballet a lot.
Wow, that's really great, and you're very wonderful too. Well, I can't wait to see you in Riverdance here at the Broward Center for the Performing Arts when you come here in South Florida, and hopefully I'll get a chance to meet you and introduce myself fully to you when you come here. And again, thank you for taking time with me, Al McGee at yeticket.com. I really appreciate it,
Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to performing there.
and much more success to you with your life and your career.
Thank you. Thank you so much.